Bert, I wrote this out because I thought that I'd save it for the next 50 years so you wouldn't have to repeat it. Anyway.
Thank you.
When Mrs. Missoni took over as town clerk, she found among her original inventory a dust-covered wooden box. On cleaning it, she found a civil medallion on the screwed-on cover that read, George Washington Bicentennial, Durham, Wallingford, to be opened in 1982. She has since kept it under lock and key, awaiting its opening in 1982. The story of the town back of the box goes back to 1932, when Wallingford and Durham celebrated Washington's 200th birthday. As part of the observance, 3 identical boxes, like the one that are over there, were made from locally grown wild cherry and black walnut trees. Inside the 14 by 11 by 5 container, a sealed metal box containing historical records such as 1932 Wallingford town records, photos, and other historical material. The boxes were distributed to the town of Wallingford and Durham and the Connecticut State Library. The record of the boxes is in a 146-page book, Wallingford's copy being in the public library's historical collection. After the medical enclosure is open, we'll be able to see just what was contained and its condition after 50 years. We hope to be able to publicly display the contents and leave the box open until our July celebration. When open, we will be interested in receiving suggestions for material be enclosed for the next 50 years in 2032, Washington's tricentennial. After the parent contents have been itemized, Mrs. Missoni will be pleased to receive suggestions for further enclosures. As you can see, the box is small, and the committee will have to determine just what additions can be made. Now let us get to the exciting moment when we will see the contents of the box.
Said earlier, John Carroll was responsible for the program being put together and for most of my notes, but as with every program, you come to a part what's called winging it. You more or less play it by ear. And that's one of the points we've reached now. I'm going to ask Mr. Missoni if he would mind opening the outer box and holding up the inner box for everyone to see before he starts. Incidentally, the 2 items that Mr. Missoni are carrying in her hand were in the bottom of the wooden box, but were not in the metal box per se. What do you have there?
This is a photograph of Linus H. Hall.
This is one of our officials from the past, Linus H. Hall. There's a photo himself. He must have smuggled in at the last moment, I guess.
This appears to be a report or an annual booklet on the Choate School.
Do you have, Charlie? Right.
Yeah.
show you how frugal and how scrupulous our forebears were, this is an accounting of the George Washington Bicentennial War Memorial Fund of Durham, Connecticut. This shows page by page and item by item. I'll give you an example. It says Beatrice M. Zimmerman for typing, February 25th, $3.10, paid for by W.C. Fowler. March 7th, 80 cents. March 10th, 95 cents, for a total of $4.85. So they did keep track of everything that went into the celebration 50 years ago. You can bet I don't even know what my left hand doesn't know what my right hand is doing tonight. You won't have that accounting 50 years hence, I assure you.
We have a 1933 report of the Masonic Charity Foundation of Connecticut. And I don't know whether you realize that over in the Masonic home facing Wallingford, there is the only statue of George Washington that is known to be in the whole state of New England. The whole New England area.
This is an advertisement of Kaplan's Markets on Friday morning, April 28, 1933. This advertisement appeared in the Meriden Morning Record, a newspaper which conveys news and advertisements to Meriden, Wallingford, and the surrounding vicinities. The prices quoted in this advertisement gives one an idea of the prevailing prices of the time. And the original advertisement does appear.
Sugar, 10 pounds for 43 cents. Butter, 24.5 cents a pound. Genuine spring lamb legs, 16.5 cents a pound. Oh, delicious live lobsters, 35 cents a pound.
Do you want to put that, lift that advertisement?
I want to ask this.
This happens to be a sample ballot that was used in the 2nd Congressional District, Durham, Connecticut, national and state election, November 8, 1932. And all the offices appear: Democratic, Republican, Socialist, Socialist Labor, Communist, Independent Republican, and Wet Party.
No, I can't.
I can't. You can with them.
This is written in English, and I can't even laugh in English, so I don't know if I'm going to have any luck with it. It would appear to be possibly the original deed to Wallingford, a photostatic copy, if I may use that term. They didn't have it, I don't imagine, in those days. But it comes from the General Court at Hartford. It's dated in May 1699. So, as I say, it will be available for you people to peruse later on, but I will not attempt to try to make it out. My eyes aren't that good, and it is of such fine writing that someone would have to have very good eyesight to know what they were talking about. The picture of a beautiful farm.